What's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker. Man, excited to have some time here with my guy, Dave Settle. Man, it's always a treat when the good guys get to meet.
Hey.
Let's go.
We back. We back at it, man.
We back, baby.
I'm getting way too comfortable with this.
yeah, man. That's what you do. That's what you do, man.
Hey.
Big stuff.
Hey.
All the time.
Listen.
Yeah. So, man, just today, just want to highlight you. You got a new project. So just wanted to come through, man, and just let you talk about the project. Just get some good time with you. Man, love what you do. Love what you're about. Love how you do what you do and highlighting others.
The how.
Yeah. And so I think it's always important when you got good people doing good things. It's important to highlight them. And so for me, man, that's my goal and my objective today. But just kind of in a brief nutshell, man, tell the audience a little bit about who you are and what you do, brother.
Yeah, man. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Dave, just a regular kid from the southwest side of Houston, Texas, formerly, affectionately known as the SWAT. Just like I said, just a regular kid, man. I grew up loving music, loving DJing, switched it up and fell in love with photography. Made my mark on the Houston wedding scene, made a lot of money, and got 5 kids, love my family, love God. But that's me, man. I'm just out here trying to do good, be good, and enjoy life.
I love it, man. So you got a new project.
Yeah, man.
Right? A new project. Baby. And this is your second book?
Second book, man. I tell people all the time, the first book was like my mixtape. You can tell I got that music background, right?
The music.
So my first book was my mixtape. I just put it together. I was really proud of it. But this is like my album, man. Like I really took time, intentional effort, strategized from beginning to end. Every word was meticulously crafted. I'm really proud about the workbook inside of it, man. So yeah, this right here is special.
Well, let's kind of go into that, man. Like, give us the title, or give us what it's about. And you talk. I didn't know you had a workbook deal, so let's give us the spiel, man. Let's sell the book, dog. Let's get some book sales, baby.
Yo, we're making it very easy for you to get, man. But I call it Batteries Not Included, man. I don't know about you, but I really, really love Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Christmas is my favorite season. I love the lights. I love the music. The Christmas songs. I love the movies. I just got through watching Elf not too long ago.
Classic.
But my favorite part, obviously, as a kid, was growing up and getting those gifts, right? And you get those gifts, you unwrap them, especially if you get like an electronic gift. You open that joint up, you super, super pumped. The problem is, I don't know about y'all, but my folks would always forget to buy the batteries, right? And so I titled this book Batteries Not Included because there's nothing more frustrated than getting a gift and not being able to power it, right? It's called Batteries Not Included, How to Power Your Purpose and Fuel Your Future. And I truly believe that a lot of us, man, everybody was given gifts, right? Whether it's talents or knowledge and information, we were put on this earth for a reason. But sometimes we feel like there's something missing, right? We feel like there's a void, or sometimes we get lost along the way. And that happened to me, right? I kind of felt like there was something missing. And I had all the success in the world, big house, cool kids, beautiful wife, money in the bank. But I felt like there was something missing, and through therapy and different support, man, I discovered, some cool tools or batteries, if you will, on how you can power these amazing gifts that we all have.
That's awesome. That's so cool, man. So you said, talk to us about the layout. You said it's a workbook. Talk to us about the layout, brother. Yeah,
man. So that was important to me, man, because a part of coming out of that depression, battling that, I had to do a lot of work, right? Whether it was assessments or ask questions and things like that. Like, it wasn't just like magically I prayed it away. Like, no, I had to put in some work. So I wanted to make sure that this wasn't just something like a good read, although it is, you know what I'm saying? But there's a workbook in here that I asked the same questions that were asked of me, right? Like setting goals and setting targets. What bad habits do I have to really, really get rid of? Like, what are some things that are in my life that are stopping me from getting to where I say I want to go, right? Are my actions in alignment with my actual goals? You feel me? And so the workbook is my favorite part, because you're gonna need to buy a pencil with this one. Actually, I should probably include a pencil with this joint. You know what I'm saying?
Batteries not included, but pencil is.
Well, right now the pencil is not included. You still got to buy your own pencil, but maybe later we might include. That's a good marketing strategy.
I love it, man.
Yeah, man. But no, that's my favorite part. And I just take readers through this journey of how to acquire these batteries. And it's not an exhaustive approach, right? I only talk about 5 tools, but to each its own. These were the things that helped me. Right. So, but it's a good start.
I'm a story guy, man. So like, is there a story about the process of you writing something that came to you that was like an epiphany, if you will? Like, what's something that's a pretty good story for you that came about from the process of that?
Yeah, so there is actually a pretty cool story. I mean, I don't know if it's a cool story, but there's a story. I had to preach this sermon at my church, and I noticed that it went over really well. Like it was received very well by the congregation. So I took that same message, I tailored it, and I had to go speak to a school of high school students. Took the same message, delivered it to the high school students, and I got really, really good feedback from the students. They were all encouraged, inspired, and motivated. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna just turn this message into a book. And one thing led to another. I started crafting the table of contents, and like I said earlier, pulling from a lot of the tools and strategies that I had used while in therapy, and things that I learned after discovering that I had ADHD at 36. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, bro, like if I go through something, I'm gonna make sure I pass it on to the next person. So I can't stop you from having to go through it, but maybe I can like limit the amount of time you gotta go through it, right? Because I can't avoid, like for instance, I compare my depression to a deep dark hole, right? I fell into this deep dark hole of depression. I can't really cover up that hole so nobody else can fall in it, but what I can do is I can leave behind a rope, right? The same rope that I use to pull myself out of, I'm gonna make sure I leave that joint behind, because I can't stop you from falling in there. We're all gonna go through things, right? But I just wanna make sure that you got a way out.
I love that, man.
And that's what this is. This is my rope to whomever has fallen or feel like, man, what's next? I don't know where to go. This is the rope.
I think the beauty in that, man, too, is your struggles, the things, your deep dark moments. Man. You see that they haven't gone in vain.
Come on.
So that you can use that to be a blessing to others.
Yeah.
And man, that's what it's about. That's when you get true fulfillment in your life, because you know that, like, man, I had to grow through my go-through and do all of it. And you felt that.
Man, you felt that. You gotta grow through your go-through.
Yeah, man.
But truth be told, we know that there's purpose in pain, but when you going through it, you don't really care about it, right? Man. It's not until after you start coming out of it that you're like, okay, cool, I learned this lesson. I learned that lesson. I wish there was a way I could have learned these lessons without going through some of that stuff. But sometimes you just gotta go through it, and you gotta grow through it.
Yeah, you gotta have your own first-hand experience.
Man.
Yeah. Well, as we wrap up, man, I'd love for you to just kind of not quite wrap up, but just kind of tell
he hit me with the Baptist preacher joint.
I'm gonna go back. Hey,
in conclusion, you gonna say that like 3 more times?
In a few more minutes. Now, just kind of let us know, man, where they can go follow you, check you out, get the book, and show you some love.
Yeah, man, absolutely. It should be pretty easy, man. On all social media platforms at that's THE, David Settle, like settle down, right? I hope y'all know how to spell David, but at David Settle on IG, thedavidsettle.com. You can cop the book. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. You can even grab the first project. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That one's still super, super powerful. But this is the one right here, man. I really want to encourage people to go through it. Grab you a pen and a pencil, and be honest. Like, this doesn't work without honesty. The biggest thing I learned throughout this process, and still learning to this day, is that self-awareness is probably the best unkept secret to success.
Man, you got to look at one of these cameras and give them that again, dog.
Nah, man, I'm serious, man. Self-awareness, and it's something that I still struggle with, man, about trying to just be honest, being honest with yourself. And luckily, I've got some really, really good people who are honest with me, even when it hurts. Right? I don't be wanting to hear about my struggles. I don't be wanting to hear about how I fall short. You know what I'm saying? But we need it. And if the quicker we are honest with ourselves about our weaknesses, our shortcomings, and even our wins, the sooner we can get to the other side. So self-awareness, bro.
That's so good, man. Like you said, the Baptist preacher, in conclusion. When we get together, man, I always love doing wordplay with you, bro.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
Yeah, you knew it was coming.
I should have been ready.
And so, So, man, I just want to throw out a couple words to you, you know, like we always do, man. Just kind of talk about, you know, what comes to heart when you hear these words. And, you know, it don't have to be much. We'll do a couple.
Yeah, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got,
So
man.
I think the first thing is just, you know, looking at kind of the theme of the book, you know, Batteries Not Included. Let's go with recharge.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think we all need a little bit of recharging. That was probably one of the most vital things I learned throughout this process.
Yeah.
You know, I went to the doctors. They were trying to throw medicine at me, you know, for like ADHD and depression. And I wasn't against it, but I was just a little skeptical. The biggest thing that helped me out, bro, aside from support groups, therapy, my family, all that stuff, the biggest thing was rest. Dog, I did not rest.
Yeah.
I'm a huge proponent of naps now. Give me a nap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what it takes. We could grind all day long, and we're products of that grind hustle culture, right? I sleep when I die, wake up at 3 a.m., get it, early mornings, late nights. I'm here for that, right? But at some point, you can only do that for so long.
Right.
And I did it consistently, and I ended up crashing and burning. You know what I'm saying? So, like, man, recharge. You gotta recharge, bro.
And that makes me think of, like as you were saying, I think of like legends, like in sports, legends of people that have done amazing things in culture and history. And, you know, and they've always said, you know, as you're younger, like that grind and can't stop, won't stop.
Yep.
You know, you can do all of those things as you're younger, but then, you know, as you get older and attain more knowledge, you got to be smarter about how you put the knowledge to work, because your body is not the same body as it was back then.
Y'all tried to warn me. I didn't mean to say y'all, like
no.
put you on the spot. But man, you know, y'all tried to warn us young folks that, hey man, once you hit 30, get closer to 40, stuff ain't gonna work like it used to. And it don't, dog. It don't. I wake up with another ailment over here, another ailment over there. Like, man. But even your thought process and your brain and your emotional state, I didn't realize how much everything was connected, right? When I'm physically exhausted, I get emotionally exhausted. I start taking that out on my kids. I start underperforming in certain areas. And it's just like, sometimes, bro, instead of trying to like finish a project late night, I'll go to sleep and then wake up refreshed and I kill it the next day. You know what I'm saying?
That's a gem right there too. You got to make sure you catch that one. That's good. I had to tell y'all.
Yo, I still look, and don't get it twisted. I ain't out here trying to like pretend like I got it perfected. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm still a work in progress. I was a DJ by trade, so like my lifestyle was not conducive for naps and going to sleep. I'm out at the clubs, DJing weddings until like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, waking up, taking the kids to school at 5, 6 o'clock. Like, you know what I'm saying? My life just wasn't structured like that. But I've been rewiring some things and getting a whole lot better.
It's good, man. I love that. So let's go to the next phrase I want to give you. You know, just kind of thinking and reflecting on your journey, kind of everything you hit on. You know, a lot of times when we're on that go, as we're learning things, as we learn that batteries not included, as we learn those things, sometimes what we don't realize is, man, the everyday stuff that I'm doing, the stuff that's like simple stuff to me, it makes a positive impact on other people because they see that. I think that's what you're doing, bro. And so let's hit on that positive impact.
Man, I honestly think that as we focus on ourselves getting better, that's where the true impact comes into play. Chance the Rapper has this song called I Don't Want to Be Cool, right? And I've always thought that the coolest people on the planet are the ones who don't care about being cool.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like they tend to be the ones with the most swag. They tend to be the ones that got the most style. And but then you see folks on the flip side who are like super thirsty for attention. And you can tell, right? And I think that when it comes to impact and influence, when we become better, and those are the best speakers too, bro, are the ones who just did it. Who they go out there, they do the work, they make the millions, they do all that, and they're the ones because they got stuff to give.
Right.
So I've been focusing on making an impact in my life, filling up my cup, and as it overflows, man, if people are impacted by that, man, that's awesome. But I'm not gonna lie, I love y'all, but you know, I ain't been focusing on y'all. I've been focusing on me. And they tell you that on the planes too, right? You got to put your mask on first before you try to help somebody else, and that's what I've been doing. And little by little, day by day, just trying to get that 1% better every day. You know, and if I do fall off, I get back up.
Well, Dave, man, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate all you do. Thanks so much for taking the time. Again, guys, check out Batteries Not Included by my guy, David Settle.
Yeah, man.
Go get it.
Let's go.